And that's about as good as it needs to be, I guess.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, no, it won't be fine. We're still... We have to redo part of the game that we've already gone through because I messed up the recording.
Well, that may be, but I think this is one of the episodes where we weren't actually paying attention to it at all, so maybe we'll learn something.
Like what?
Like how much we dislike this game.
We already know that, I think.
Do we know it to the fullest extent of its knowledge?
That I don't know.
Wait, why are you in here?
Oh, you don't remember?
Did we actually... No, I don't remember.
Yeah, I went back in for one of them because that event has just been sitting there for like 10 videos now.
Yeah, but so I actually have been watching some of the first episodes again, just like as something to have it on in the background while I'm doing something else, and like you do this a couple of times, and every time it's not even an event, it's just an item, and somehow that counts as an event.
Yeah, it just keeps resetting as an event, and it just gives you some stupid item at the end.
That's wonderful.
So you can basically just farm items by being an idiot and wasting half your day.
Climbing through the library.
Yeah.
Hey, at least the music isn't retarded here, so, you know, small favors.
Very, very small favors.
This might be one of the best tracks in the whole game.
Probably.
Just some acoustic guitar goodness.
We could just go through the music player and, you know, the one you can't fast forward or... You know.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, we're jumping around in time now, but I think you comment on it in a later video.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that at all, but that's fine.
Well, that's because we're in the past now.
Oh, right. The past future. The future past. Yeah, it's just an event again.
Defeat the annoying monster. Now, which one is that?
All of them?
It's Plutia.
No, it's the horn girl. What's her name? Uzume?
Yeah. She's annoying. I don't know if she's a monster. She's probably done the least amount of monstrous things so far.
Only because you haven't put her into the party.
I'd feel like a monster if I did that.
Exactly. I would have the video on mute. Not that it would matter.
Yeah, you could still hear it.
Somehow. Oh boy. Didn't you have to grind those stupid fairies in this level for like 20 minutes?
Oh god, I think I did.
Did we have to redo this video?
No, I could have just put it up with like the broken... Because there were seriously like 30 seconds of my commentary, but I had all of yours, so I could have just put it up with yours.
Did you ever put up that one
Covert
action video?
The schizophrenic guy plays covert action? I did not, but I still have it.
You are a monster, and you need to put that up right now.
I really do. That was another case of I had a bad recording on my side, so we only had yours, so it just sounds like a maniac playing covert action by himself and talking to himself.
Yeah, exactly. Like telling himself to do things. It's beautiful.
Second guessing himself.
Yeah.
If I ever have to stab someone, I want to be able to do it and say mine really angrily.
I'm going to say I'm the protag. It's thinking.
Here we go.
Baseball.
No.
I have to do it.
Enemies here. Do something. Brace yourself. This way.
You know what would have made this game even better?
If it were good?
Yes, that would have done it. I bet they all have maid costumes, I bet.
I'm almost certain that they... Well, no. What they all have is one specific fetishy costume that is designed to service one specific type of fan.
Just one?
But
I'm
sure that
pretty sure that like their entire catalog of costumes is going to be nothing but.
Well, no, their standard costumes aren't that bad. But, like, no, I guess my point is that there's probably only one maid costume, but then there's probably, like, a Catgirl costume, and, I I don't even know what else there might be. But I'm terrified of it.
If you're telling me that by the end of this game we can't have everyone look like a gothic Lolita, then I'm out.
We won!
I don't think it's possible for someone with bright purple hair to look like a gothic Lolita.
Level up.
Sorry, but it's either happening or, you know, I've got no skin in this game.
Phrasing?
Yeah, what about it?
I stand by my statement.
I hate Japan.
Oh boy.
Honestly, I just like the idea that they would all be standing around being depressed and then kill themselves.
I don't think that's what Goth Lolita characters do.
Yeah.
It is in my book.
Okay, fair enough.
Nowhere to hide. I'm the protag. I'm copying my sister.
Oh god.
I live in a razor blade world, and
Leave it to me.
yes.
And I am a razor blade girl.
Yes.
Attack! Hit! Attack!
That's much better than my suicide joke.
It's my turn.
What, I had to make a joke about a...
Eat this!
How old is Madonna now? Like 120?
Soul combination. I'm the
At least
protag.
50-something, maybe more.
I'll be furious. Yeah! Here's final.
I think she ages faster than normal humans.
Okay, so she's in her
Nowhere to hide.
mid to late 70s then.
Brace yourself. I'm a little embarrassed. I promise.
Wasted
Let
turn.
Nepgear handle this.
It's my specialty. You should have noticed that by now.
Formula?
I know.
I wonder if I helped out any.
At least Nepgear is really good.
Yeah, she stops being good in the later videos, but you already know that.
Wait, does she?
Yes.
Yeah.
We weren't paying
No.
attention in that video either.
No, she stays better than most of the other characters. She's just not... It's just that you are fighting way over-leveled enemies.
Yeah.
Like she still was one of the best ones in the party, except for the fact that she happened to be out in front and got killed in one hit by some random thing. Oh boy, Fever Time, my favorite.
Nowhere to hide.
It's like a one-off for finishing one fight that you wouldn't otherwise be able to
Let
finish.
Nepgear handle this.
Yeah.
For the purposes of grinding and getting, like, I don't know, a cat's paw or whatever it is these stupid things are dropping.
There! Yeah.
Stupid. They're dropping stupid.
It's like, I am a ghost, have a t-shirt.
Ow!
Hey, I'm a bad parody of a Pac-Man character. Enjoy.
It's my turn.
I don't even remember, what are they dropping? I can't even remember.
You're trying to get tiny outfits or something like that. That's not what these things drop, though. You have to fight the butterfly things.
Fall into
The problem is that there's only one butterfly
Soul
character,
combination.
like,
Let
enemy
Nepgear handle this.
enemy mob. So you basically have to attack random characters in hopes that the butterfly characters attack in the other characters' battles, which they, of course, do not.
Yeah.
No.
I promise.
Not with any regularity.
Thank you. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing that you're doing is building up SP as rapidly as you
No
can.
way I please.
Black ribbons and heat cloths.
Yeah, whatever. You don't care about either of those items because they don't solve a quest for you. This is Justin waiting for enemies to respawn.
Bring it on. What should I do?
I think I'm just gonna, like, set the controller down one day and start reading a book, and we'll just have a half-hour-long video that's just
Yeah.
the characters standing there. And we'll use that half hour to review the book.
Protag.
I would recommend against that because they probably start having like really, really rapid like I'm annoyed at you voices go over.
And then 10 minutes in, I couldn't finish reading the book. I can't remember what game it was. There was a game where if you waited long enough,
I can go anytime.
it would cut to a cutscene, and the character would knock on the screen and like look at you angrily, like waiting for you to do something. I think it was the Discworld game on PlayStation.
Protag.
That seems likely.
I'm copying my
I
sister.
think if you left it sitting long enough, it would cut to a black screen, and Rincewind would pop up and knock on the television.
Yeah.
Nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide.
They weren't trying to hide. We were, in fact, waiting for them
Her
to
voice is
respawn.
so bad. And the worst part is that it's not really any better
This is nothing.
in the Japanese version. Like, she's just monotone and boring.
Here I go. Let's get this done.
You use that 10 SP.
Attack! Attack! Hit!
I hope, hey, you got the item that you need to complete the quest.
Yeah.
Hooray.
The perfect gift, a tiny outfit.
2 tiny outfits. Don't ask questions.
Look, if the person that you're giving them to is
I
calling-
said don't ask questions.
I'm not asking questions.
I say don't ask questions, the next word out of your mouth is if. Come on.
Well, it's also a character in the game. You don't know for sure.
No. Her name is IF.
Wait,
Or
hang on.
Iffy.
10 videos ago, you were the one saying you refused to call her IM.
I reserve the right to change my mind at any time.
Yeah, well, you do that.
I mean, a couple episodes ago, I think I started calling her Iffy.
This game has ingrained itself in us. It's
I
already,
am
it's
now
already too
30%
late.
Sega Hard Girls. Ugh.
The last episode, you're going to sit down and you're just going to hear a voice you don't recognize on the other end. You're like, who is this? It's like, Rudy, it's me. I've been turned into a Gothic Lolita.
Uh-oh.
God help us all. This game has doomed us.
What hath God wrought?
And that's why you always keep a separate save file.
Always.
It's like you just get a package in the mail and it just says tiny outfit and you're like, oh.
I like drop it and it clatters on the ground dramatically. This is always fun.
It's not like, what quest should I do? It's more like, what quest can I do? But I have no way of
Kill me
knowing, so...
immediately. Yeah, like, you just save your game and pick one randomly and hope for the best. Yay, we opened a new dungeon.
Let's decide on this place. Yep.
Hey, you got one.
I'm over here,
What should I
genius.
do? This way.
Wait, they actually named it Clyde?
Let Nutgear handle this.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
Do they own Pac-Man? I didn't think Sega owned Pac-Man.
They do not.
What should I do?
Then how can they name the character You know what, I'm not gonna bother.
This was nothing. This is pretty good.
Now, I know at some point, Histoire told us that those medals were for something, but we have yet to see that in this game.
Yeah. Well, the game tells you when you've got them all, so that's good.
Let Nutgear handle this. Leave it to me.
You know what it doesn't do?
Attack! Final
Make the game more fun.
It doesn't tell you which levels you've gotten them all in, so if you forget, like I have...
Oh yeah, totally.
This was nuts. I've obtained a new power.
Burning Fighting Spirit. That's a Chunibyo reference. Like the show, I mean. Not the character's characteristic.
The lack of
Really
punctuation means that you have to read this like several times before you're like, oh, I see what they mean.
Okay, if I put a comma here and a semicolon here, Nope, still doesn't make sense.
This one's cryptographically coded.
Well, it's alright, we're already experts at that, having played through enough covert action.
God, Covert Action is such a better game than this. Why aren't we playing Covert Action?
Well, to be fair, I think that we've only played covert action on the easiest difficulty level. And once you start going to the higher difficulty levels, it becomes rather difficult. And I hear less
Nowhere to hide.
lighthearted fun.
I'm the protag. I'm copying my sister. What should I do? There! Attack! Welcome to the end. I can go anytime. Eat this! Fall into darkness! What should I do? Oh, please hit.
Now that
I wonder if I helped out any.
little bit of healing every turn doesn't really seem useful ever.
Well, it's only the level 1 skill. Like, there's probably like 4 more levels of it.
I don't think that that's going to help anything. Like, hypothetically, let's say that she's supposed to be some kind of tank character. Is there any conceivable way that you can throw her in the front line and keep healing her, and the enemies aren't just going to, like, murder her outright before you can do anything about it? So
if
it's a
if
pointless
she's a
skill.
proper tank character, she'll have, you know, well, no, the trick is to do short turns, right? You have to use the game's system against it. So if you have her do one slash attack every turn, then she gets a bunch of turns.
So what? She heals herself, or
I thought that was what we were talking about.
I don't know. Let's try it in a future video. Let's see what happens.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, we tried using her defense skill in one of the later ones, and they just annihilated her anyway. So.
Well, yeah, but they annihilated everyone in the party. Like, it has to be a set of enemies that is actually defeatable at your current level.
Yes, and when we come across sets of enemies that are actually defeatable, we don't need a tank.
That's mostly
it's
true.
Almost like a balance issue in the game.
You think this game has balance issues?
I think it might.
Baseball. My enthusiasm for it is gone.
I don't know if I ever had it. It was like, you know, Histoire was there for a moment, like, hey, you should collect baseballs, and we're like, okay.
I was the one that was enthusiastic about baseballs. You're enthusiastic about medals. And getting surprise attacked repeatedly.
I mean, come on, you don't think I value these girls' lives, do you?
You don't have to value their lives to recognize the fact that if they die, you have to play this game for a longer period of time.
When you're actually playing it, it becomes difficult to really recognize anything. The world just sort of blurs.
It's over.
I mean, give me some credit here.
I'm gonna hit it. This way. It's
I'm the
over.
protag. I'm copying my sister. Attack! Welcome to the end. I can go anytime.
Welcome to the end.
Shouldn't she say welcome to the next level or something?
No, welcome to the end.
What should I do?
She's laying out the red carpet to
That was an easy
a
one.
boss from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Or she feels the same way about this game as we do and is giving her thoughts on Sega as a company.
That's possible. Yeah, I mean, it's possibly true. The event was over there. Wait, you weren't in here for an event, were you? Yeah, you were.
Yes.
Yeah, you were. You walked past it. Oh God.
I was looking for the medals.
Oh. See, you are enthusiastic about medals.
I don't know if enthusiasm is the right word. It's more like one of those well, I'm here already anyway kind of things. And this level didn't look quite as obnoxious as, say, the cube levels.
Yeah.
What should I do?
I thank God every time you don't enter the cube level.
It's like the game gives you a crap fest for 5 hours straight, and then it's just like, who's ready for wall climbing?
Climbing walls that you can't even tell are climbable.
Eat this! Mine! Fall into
What
darkness!
should I do? Nowhere to hide. It's over.
Good. What should I do?
It's so stupid too, 'cause, like, can you climb it because it's got holes in it somewhere for your hands? No. You can climb it because it's yellow. That's why you can climb it.
Yeah, obviously. I can climb all yellow things. I don't know what your problem is.
Starring IF and the Green Lantern.
No, the Green Lantern's weak against yellow.
That's why he's not doing the climbing.
Oh, good point.
Iffy. Sekami?
I am so glad that we changed the voices in the later videos.
I know, right?
If you're seeing this now, hold out.
Policy now.
Yeah, you can make it.
Oh. Then what should I call you?
Death?
You think about that later.
Thank
You
you.
wanted to say something, right?
like I just imagine them all like making the like waving their hand in a circle at her. Like, talk faster. Come on, go.
There are some dangerous monsters around here. Someone asked me to beat them up.
That was 7
always have
hours
to be such a
ago.
Aw, stop it. I think Plutie's voice sounds great.
You are a terrible judge of all things.
Everything.
That-
That's why you're a
Dude.
motorcycle. God hates you.
Yes.
Monster? So,
So,
She's actually completing the thought. She's not just trailing off.
yes.
Well, I'll help you.
you're gonna come with me?
Of course. If I don't keep my eye on you, who knows what could happen?
You could ignore her and never see her
Dangerous to go
again.
alone.
She
We're
might
not
die.
gonna let you just walk into a battle by yourself.
That's a good thing. I was saying that as a good thing.
Yeah. Don't be shy, Plutie. We're here to help.
That is, if it was anyone else, the correct response should be, that's very reassuring.
So,
Yes.
where's the monster?
Or possibly, you're a motorcycle.
It's this way.
And then push her off the cliff.
Yes,
Don't run too
obviously.
fast. You seem a little clumsy and might trip or
They're all just standing around as Neptune screams, and they just hear an
something on
explosion.
your mind, Sigma.
And they all look down, and Plutia just goes,
She's not a bad person.
motorcycles
but
don't
she's
talk.
So slow, it's painful. Is there anything even going on in that brain of hers?
I got
Doodle-doo-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle.
There is actually a little man playing a banjo inside her
Not
head.
wrong, Nep. Hard for me to stick up for that one sometimes. What I don't understand is why Mega Drive holds such animosity towards her.
Oh, animosity. That's a big word for a third grader.
I don't know.
Segami's always like, let's try and figure things out, and everyone else is just like, let's just keep moving and get this over with.
Plutie's hiding something. 2, Mega Drive's jealous of Plutie's looks. 3, she's just annoyed. Pick one.
Is there a correct answer out of these choices?
How should I know?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Are we...
Thank you for just ignoring her. That's awesome.
You know, you don't have to take Nep's jokes too seriously. Hey,
She's telling
we've been
jokes?
talking for a while. You sure we're
I-
going the right way?
It's a form of joke.
I think so?
Maybe this ditzy persona
And then she like
is
bends
what
down
pisses
and
Mega
just
Drive
starts
off so
licking a
much.
rock. For 30 seconds straight, they all just watch her, and then she stands up, looks them dead in the eye, and goes,
Don't think about it too much. Why don't you just ask her when you see her?
After a nap, of course.
Do you think she would even tell us?
Oh, Mr. Monster! Where are you?
one need only look within
Come out
oneself.
with your hands up! You're surrounded!
How is she
We just
covering
wanna
her
talk.
mouth and
We
like making the
promise.
echo voice as a motorcycle?
Yeah,
Don't ask questions.
we just want
She's like speaking through the muffler.
Come out!
We'll figure out that Mega Drive thing later. Catching this monster is priority right now.
I thought saving time was the priority. Did we forget about that?
They're not good at priorities.
They
You
are-
already understood
They are
this.
terrible at priorities.
Always listen to you if you say things Yasuna. First off, it's a monster. Second, that's just nonsense. Besides, there's no way it'll come out just because you called it.
Gosh, wait for it.
Here! Huh?
That thing is insanely small. Is this really the monster you were looking for?
I guess.
You don't know.
You don't sound too convinced. Are you sure this
She's
is
just
it?
wandering around killing
This
things.
is the scary monster we're looking for?
That sounds reasonable in this game.
Maybe you shouldn't judge it just yet. Maybe it's got some intense poison, or it's
Technically, it
super
would be
vicious.
venom.
They
It
were
has intense
saying
venom.
It was a meanie.
Unless you're going to eat it, and that's the
No,
problem.
no, no. They're carrying around vials of poison, intent on
Is that
poisoning
so?
the characters
Oh,
intravenously.
Whatever, let's get this over with
oh,
fast. Huh?
that would still be venom.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it? Shoot.
Yeah. If they make them drink it, then it would be poison.
What if they make them drink it
Where
intravenously?
did all those come
I don't think you can
from?
drink it intravenously.
You can't, but I'm coming from.
I challenge you to try.
So lucky.
Listen, Plutia said they could.
Might be more
I believe
difficult
her.
than I expected.
Is it?
I don't believe anything Plutia says.
Good thing we're here to help, huh? Hey, Flutie,
And it took me an hour to get that sentence out of
we're
her.
gonna give you support, but you need to take the lead on this. It's your job after all.
What? But I don't want to be mean.
You're going way too easy on it. This monster is bad. It does not deserve your compassion.
The voice actress for Segami had no idea what she was doing. I don't even think she knew that she'd been offered a job.
No, all of these lines were taken from the audition reads.
They keep popping
No,
up.
monsters are bad.
Any more come, we're gonna
They don't
go
deserve
down.
your opinion.
Start taking them down.
It's like eating a brownie.
That'll stop. What should I do?
This brownie's delicious.
Careful, those brownies are gluten-free. Oh god, what have I done? So there's like special music, but isn't this battle just a giant anticlimax?
Support me.
Maybe? No, it was sort of a boss fight.
Okay.
Offensive cheer. Prepare yourself.
Okay,
Prepare
reasonable.
yourself. Ah!
As long as you don't die. You don't die, right?
Ow!
You've already seen this video once.
I repeat that I wasn't paying that good of attention.
Oh.
Plus, we did like a bunch of them, so I don't even remember at this point.
I mean, we should all be so lucky to have not paid attention.
Well, that's kind of been our shtick for the last 3 or 4 episodes.
You mean the upcoming 3 or 4 episodes? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh my god, have we fallen for the Time Eater's trap?
Demonic
Gasp.
Inferno!
I swear to god, there has to be so much fire resistance in this game, it's unfathomable.
Leave it to me.
That's why you use Segami's Ice Hammer.
Prepare to attack. Jump! Jump!
Look for the drop shadow.
This time.
Do something.
You know, I love how the camera doesn't rotate to face the bad guys. Like, every time it jumps to another character, I have to manually rotate it. It always rotates so you're looking at the character's face for some reason. I don't know.
It's because these characters are so wonderful that why wouldn't you want to stare at their faces?
What should I do? Prepare yourself! Prepare yourself! Prepare yourself!
We're just like, can we just get this over with?
Pretty much.
To me. Yeah! Attack!
How dare you strike Octobear?
Attack! Yeah! Hit!
I mean, what kind of miserable existence must that thing have?
It just rolls around on the ground and collects dirt.
Here I go. My ultimate skill!
It's like at a river, And it reaches in and it like paws at a fish, but it just
Any
rolls
time.
off of its tentacles, and it just
Brace
sits back on the
Brace
on the bank and just looks glum for like an hour.
No, no. I imagine it more like you ever have like silly putty that you like drop on the floor and like it rolls around for a bit and then it's all covered in like gunk and hair. I imagine that.
I leveled. We took out a bunch of them, but there are still so many.
3. We
Are
took
there?
out 3 of them.
We took out 3, and also we can't see anymore.
How many are there?
You mean spawning? What? Oh.
No.
It's a fourth wall breakage.
I'm tired.
It's been 5 minutes.
Stop complaining. You'll make it worse. I really didn't think
I don't know. That's the only way I'm making it through this.
so many.
I suppose.
Whoa, there's more. It seriously feels like it'll never end. This might not end well for us. Nip, get ready to make a break for it.
I'm a bike.
So many of these things in the way. I might not be able to gain enough speed to make a fast break.
Leave Segami behind. We can do this.
Get off of me! No! Stop!
Nice read.
Pulling on my damn
Stop.
clothes, you assholes! Oh, yes.
I don't know.
Young
IFs isn't too
girls
bad.
being touched awkwardly by small monsters. How typical.
Typical of what?
In the meantime,
Typical of those
he's
times
getting
that
chipped off by
they
their
were
little
touched by
nails.
small monster. I don't know.
IF,
I don't know where
I
she's
have
going
no
with
idea
that.
what.
What
I
is
don't
wrong
know
with
where
your
she's
eyes,
going.
Segami?
Here.
She's
What the
surprised.
hell are we gonna
or
Is that
sad
surprise?
or
I
something.
think that's that's drugs.
It-
That's not surprise.
It might be desperation. I'm not sure.
Meanies! Wow, even Pluty is starting to get frustrated.
Is she? She still sounds stupidly calm right now, and it's really annoying. Plutia, you're a goddess,
Nope, she's
right?
happy now.
Can't you just transform and wipe these idiots out? Oh, right.
Pluty, you're our only hope.
I hope
can't
I never
take
hear those
this
words again.
anymore. Pluty, your face is getting a little intense. Everyone gets scared, so I try my best not to do this. But
That has got to be the least intimidating voice I've ever heard.
Yeah.
She transformed.
Ludia?
These children need to be punished. Oh, it's been a while since I've been in this form. I feel so beautifully liberated.
Good for you.
Is this even the same
They like
person?
pat her on the shoulder.
I think so.
Way to go, Tiger.
Monster A is scared. Monster B is scared. Monster C ran.
There's nowhere to run. You will receive your punishment, and you will enjoy it.
Well, we will.
And off screen, things happen that we don't want to know about.
She blocked it.
She turned them into the Roman Empire.
I'd
No.
rather punish you
Somehow.
one by one. But I suppose I should annihilate you all at once.
Just like the Roman Empire. See what she did there?
Yeah. Wait, no.
She made explosion
Defeated
noises.
almost all of them.
Did she?
Wow.
That's what happened. That's what I'm
would
going
happen
with.
to me if she hit me
Okay,
with an
fair
attack
enough.
like that.
Really, it's all just a farce. They live in this world where that's how they handle problems. Monsters show up and pretend to be all evil. And then the good guys show up and pretend to make explosions, and then the monsters pretend that they were in the explosions and run off.
Don't be modest.
Absolute
haven't had your
insanity.
fill
And
yet,
nobody's
have you?
going to...
I
They've
still have
all
plenty left
gotten
to
so
give.
used to it that nobody wants to break the illusion because they're afraid of what will happen to everyone's poor, shattered egos.
I know she's dealing with evil monsters, but I can't stand to watch this.
Were the monsters really that evil?
We don't know. We never actually saw them.
Those unfortunate few who cross.
Well, there was like a bird and a bear with tentacles, and we
No, that's a slime.
wish I
It's a
didn't.
slime
a slime
with a bare face
yes, and
tentacles.
Are you
we
girls
crawled into
okay?
their little cave
Yes,
hideout and
thanks.
started attacking them. So
I guess you saved us.
I guess they're monsters with evil
Yeah.
intention.
Can transform
Maybe.
back now?
Are we gonna fix time?
Not yet.
I don't know that we are.
What?
I hope that's how this game ends. It's just like,
It's
oh
been
wait, guys, we probably should have been
a
paying
while since I've
attention,
been
and then
in
they all
this
just
set.
die.
I'm not satisfied yet.
Game over
You
forever.
seem like you can handle a little more abuse.
And then it goes back to the title screen and says New Game Plus. Like, what could this
mean it like
possibly be?
Whoa, girl.
What's the matter, girl?
And then you click on
Don't
New
you
Game
wanna
Plus and it's
play
just
with
Metal Gear
me?
Rising Revengeance, and you're like, that is an improvement.
Alright, I think this is supposed to be a fan service
over.
image or something, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't move my knees. Hips. They're all weak.
From what? Wink?
Barely
Wink?
stand to watch. That was
They were
gruesome.
deadlifting.
Trapped in that bike.
That's the punishment she was talking about. She's like there with a whip and she's like, do it again, lift it again. And they're like, but we can't, it's so heavy. And she just keeps
It's
making
too
I
heavy.
told you I'm not like that. Don't put that label on me.
And she's like, here, drink this whole gallon of milk. And they're like,
No,
"What?"
protein shake, protein
No,
shake.
she's just
No,
doing
whole
something.
gallon of milk. And they're like, I'm lactose intolerant.
This is going to be incredibly
Fine, half a
traumatizing.
gallon.
So, do you think
That's not how lactose intolerance
And
works.
chase it with this ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's sour cream.
It appears.
So
you
I just want to point out,
understand
since we've already sat through this once, we never actually outright said it the last time, but it's patently obvious that what they're talking about here is that
It's honestly a little weirder than Pluto.
Goddess
now.
Plutia
Stop that.
raped Mega
I was
Drive.
just waiting for her to finish. Even I don't have the stomach to see her like that.
Or at least if.
I mean,
When I initially went to visit her after I discovered a goddess existed in this world, my appearance seemed to match her taste perfectly.
If you know what I mean, and I think you
She'd
do.
go for anyone, though. She's a bit of an omnivore, if you know what I mean.
No, Neptune, please explain.
in exquisite detail. Go on, let's hear it.
Everyone's so adorable. I love you. Aw.
To be fair, at least they all still have pants
So
on.
why'd you come here?
Well, Mega Drive doesn't. She's wearing
now that
shorts.
we've been weakened?
I guess that's a good
Although
point.
that does sound tempting, my pride couldn't allow such an unfair act to occur.
So in this bright
I
and
have
cheery
something
game,
I'd
we're
like
now
to
in the middle of a
inquire
story
of.
where Mega Drive is trying to kill Plutia because she
I'm
raped
under
her.
the impression that you were
It's-
unaware of.
I think that's
Pluto's
probably a
true
little excessive.
No, it's a rape
but-
revenge story. That's what we're
Now
going with
that
here.
you've come to know about it,
That is exactly
do you
what
still
happened.
plan on trying to stop me?
Well,
Because they don't explicitly say that's not what happened, and they imply a lot.
actually, I think I might just, sit on the sidelines. Ditto.
No matter what happens,
If I sit on the sidelines, you mean watch,
yes,
right?
No matter what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I
that's
meant.
what I
you're
mean.
being like this. The people will place
Yeah, I'll
faith
just
in
watch
her,
you right
and
through
she
these
will ultimately
blinders.
affect those
Here,
who love
I'm just gonna
games.
lay back and.
Then she
just,
starts banging a
It's a
sharp rock
horrible
against
thing.
her own head.
She's unfit to have that kind of influence over people.
That's not your call. It's up to the people to decide what's right and wrong.
Are you saying we should
Why don't you just help them in their own
democratically
way?
vote on
They
rape?
need games. Give them games, Mega Drive.
Yes, but Plutia's
But we vote on
appetite will
war.
outweigh the needs of the people in the
Plutia's like games. Oh, I thought you said gams.
I don't
Gotcha.
really know much about this. Who's
Gams?
in the
What
right
is it,
here, then?
1924?
Yes.
They both have a point, but I'm wondering why a Sega hard girl would bring up something so touchy.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
You guys were always too ahead of your time in both hardware ability and the software you created.
What's that bike talking about?
No one knows. No one ever knows what the bike is talking about.
Why is
She
that
just
bike
rambles
talking?
on
What is
about the
going on
stupidest
here?
Things.
this whole world sucks, and then she shoots herself in the head. No, she like has that book beam, right? So she just opens the book like she's gonna read it, but the beam comes out and just takes her head off.
No, it doesn't take her head off. It fries her head and only her head, burnt to a crisp. So she just like falls to her knees and is just sitting there motionless.
Hey, you're supposed to be asleep. You can't just jump into conversations when you're sleeping.
Everyone jumps into conversations, no matter what they're doing in this game. That is how this game works.
It's fun to jump into conversations when people think you're sleeping.
Hey, wait!
I'll come back soon. We will have our final showdown. I can assure you of that. And if you girls are going to side with her, I'll have no choice. You will not have my mercy on that fateful day.
Wait!
That fateful day in the future. That's not now.
Okay, that's enough.
Yes, it is.
Let me go.
It is. It's enough.
I mean, how hard is this? It's like, hi, we're from the future. Both of you die. We need to know why.
Yeah.
And prevent that.
Well, maybe not prevent, but at least know why.
Yes.
Perverted little goddess. Ouch! What did I do?
Heroin, lots of it.
Stop making that stupid face while you sleep.
You gotta admit, if they use the same voice actor for her as Plutia and as Iris Heart, that person actually has a decent amount of range.
Flutie, you kind of
Totally
asked
wasted.
For it. Asked for it?
And what did you do with this marvelous talent of yours?
Satisfied with my service?
Neptune versus Sega Hard Girls?
Maybe one more time. will do.
Get out
Your
of my
sentence is
office.
death.
Just transform.
I didn't think I was on trial. I said your sentence is death.
No, please, no, stop! We don't need that. We've had plenty.
Oh. Boo.
I think I made this comment in our first attempt to record this, but no one actually says boo.
I bet
At
the
least not in
voice actress for
English.
Plutia does all the time.
I'll let you take care of
I'm
it
trying
on
to
your
picture
own.
this being a real person that's more intelligent than Plutia, and no matter how hard I try, I can't.
Try to picture her as Iris Heart. Ugh. That is such a non sequitur. Oh my god.
Hooray for Panic Cave.
It is a range of magma that is going to kill you. That's what it is. Oh boy, meaty voices.
Yeah, I know, right? That's like the highlight of music in, like, 1991.
No, it wasn't.
No, it really wasn't.
It was interesting when they did it for that one time in the opera scene in Final Fantasy VI, and that's it.
No.
She's like a fairy. How is Hissy fit it? What?
Right now, Histoire's in the back, like, waving in another crew, like, come on, they're distracted. Could you guys actually go save time?
It's like the characters from Scooby-Doo.
Zoinks.
Come on, guys.
Like, they run back by the time eater, and it's just like Jinkies, and then the time eater eats Fred.
It like bites Scooby-Doo in half.
The mystery van is possessed by a ghost, but it's actually Mr. Willems.
Wow, that mystery machine costume was really good. He even ran down 3 of us.
Good work, Mr. Willems.
Something meddling kids? train wreck.